His charm is so contagious, vaccines have been created for it. Years ago, he built a city out of blocks. Today, over 600,000 people live and work there. Every time he goes for a swim, dolphins appear. Alien abductors have asked him to probe them. If he were to give you directions, you'd never get lost, and you'd arrive at least 5 minutes early. His legend precedes him, the way lightning precedes thunder. He is the most interesting man in the world.
He's really always there for everybody all the time. He likes to call it that he's of service. He was the one that put 75 pounds worth of basically food in his backpack. So that as we went up our hike, he was carrying enough food that everyone had an absolute feast at 11,500 feet or so.
Greg is just an incredible friend. He's always there for you. And not just there for you when you need it, but reaching out to you.
No matter how Greg shows up, whether he is starting a business, climbing a mountain, or showing up for his friends, he is always 100% enthusiastically committed.
You are always ready and push the limit. You are fearless. But behind this fearless person, there is a big heart. One of my biggest gifts is to have you as a friend.
And Greg is just a lover of people. He's a true lover of humanity. And anybody who's blessed to be one of his friends just gets to be on the receiving end of that, and it's amazing.
I've learned from Greg that you can be big, be full of life, and also be caring and compassionate. You can really be everything. Greg is the embodiment of somebody who's everything. He does everything, and he pursues everything, and he does it with a lot of life.
One of the things I've learned from Greg is to reach for all of life. Greg is one of the few people I know who can just take life, take no prisoners approach on life. He just loves everything about life, and he's willing to play all out, risk it all, and jump right in and take us all with him. And that's, I have so enjoyed that with Greg.
His commitment to his friends is something that inspires me to be a better friend as well.
You know, Greg is big. He works big, he parties big, he loves big. One of my favorites is how you party big.
Let's party.
The way Greg creates opportunities for the two of them to enjoy adventures together, them to go riding on an elephant in God knows where, it's very inspirational. No obstacles to having a great relationship, a lot of fun, and a great adventure.
Greg is a great example of living life large. One of my favorite things about him is that if I ever sort of end up going to somewhere and we're renting a piece of equipment, I know that his answer is the same as mine when they say, oh, well, which size would you want? You want the medium, the kind of large, or do you want the biggest we have? And for Yost, there is undisputably no doubt the answer is, give me the big one.
Oh, look, Joe. Now look, I want a big one.
And that is a motto of life. Greg lives life with the biggest of ones that he can get in every category.
Mount Whitney climb, where you got up half the mountain and realized you had forgotten your pants, and and you basically had tights on your legs and shorts on, and it looked like lederhosen, and I just thought this is the funniest sight I've ever seen. You were freezing up there. I was freezing up there, and I had pants on.
You know, the one thing that will forever, ever be missed about Greg is his infectious laugh.
We both got really great souped up jet skis. We were both trying to outdo each other on the jumps. I mean, we got high enough where every time we were going up, the full hull at the bottom of the jet ski was totally exposed. Working to outdo me, he definitely did, but he got twisted up in the air and he literally crumpled his foot, and he admitted later he actually broke it.
His reputation is expanding faster than the universe. He once had an awkward moment, just to see how it feels. He lives vicariously through himself. The police often question him just because they find him interesting. His beard alone has experienced more than a lesser man's entire body. His blood smells like cologne. He is the most interesting man in the world.